Now or never, right?
Pretty much.
Go for it.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. I don't know about you, but my Monday was very rainy and not so good. A lot of problems at the pharmacy. So, one of those Mondays. So tonight, June 15th, our Project Fearless team call. So a couple quick important announcements for anyone who's going to Summit. If you didn't see, registration open today. So you can register for your track and workouts. And our team is going to be doing silver track in Hall B, so we can all be together. In addition, there's going to be another Super Saturday hosted by Project Fearless, woot woot, July 25th. So everyone have to make sure registration's up, right, Joan?
It is.
Okay, so definitely have to make sure you get there for that. You have over a month, so everyone should be there. No excuses. Very, very, very important. A couple of congratulations are in order. So I don't know if Nikki's on the call, but congratulations for achieving Success Starters month 1. She earned a call with Carl Deichler, which is so awesome. When I got it my first month, a couple months ago, he was actually in Cancun at the time when he called. So that was pretty cool. In addition, congratulations to Lindsay Jones, who also achieved Success Starters month 1, earned a call with Carl Deichler. Very, very, very cool, very important. Shows you're working your business and doing what you are supposed to be doing. Congratulations to Marissa. I don't want to butcher her last name, who promoted to Emerald. Very, very exciting. And in addition, congrats to Miss Joan, who officially promoted to 8-star Diamond. Woo! So exciting. Okay, so me, who am I? I am a pharmacy student going into my 5th of 6 years. I can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's getting there. So I will be actually getting my doctorate of pharmacy. So I go to school at Albany College of Pharmacy, but I'm originally from Cornwall, New York. I'm actually home for the summer. I am a daughter, a sister. I have a younger sister and friend. I have been dancing since I was 2 years old. And I actually still work at my dance studio when I'm home. So that's a big, big part of my life. And my story. So I actually just only joined a couple months ago, February 22nd. I went Emerald in 11 days. Very cool. My goal is actually hopefully Diamond by Thursday, or as soon as possible. Next week, this week, whatever it may be. That's my goal. So I actually just got Success Starters, completed the 3 months, and I got my free 2016 Summit ticket, which is so, so, so exciting. And I will be at Summit 2015. My why I decided to join. So the first 3 years of college for me, I really let school get the best of me. And, everyone says the freshman 15, and not putting in enough time for fitness and for health, and from going from dancing and being at the studio multiple days a week to not having any sort of that exercise in my life. It was a huge change, especially the food. The food in my school wasn't so good. And not having those home-cooked meals that everyone loves. So I let myself get to the point where I was not happy with my body. I was not happy with who I was, how I was feeling. And I wasn't happy. And I wasn't happy like I should be. So I decided to join because I was ready to change my life, and I was ready to help others do the same, and prove that doesn't matter how busy you are or what track you are on in life, you can be the best person that you can be, best health, as happy as you want to be. So I earned Success Club for the past 3 months. I had 5 for all 3 months, and my first month and third month I had SC 10. I've done 3-day refresh and 21-day fix extreme, which you can see those are my results, and I'm currently doing Body Beast. My personal goal is at least 2-star by the end of 2015. So tonight's call, there were 2 things that I wanted to focus on. 2, I think, important topics that we don't touch upon all the time. They're sort of in the background, and that's fear and managing your time. So fear. To me, fear is false evidence appearing real. And this is actually one of my favorite quotes by Eleanor Roosevelt. We gain strength and courage and confidence by each experience in which we really stop to look fear in the face. We must do that which we think we cannot. And in this business, fear is definitely very real. So personally, what am I afraid of? I'm afraid of not being successful. I'm afraid of letting my coach down. I'm afraid of letting my team down. I'm afraid of not making money or not making enough money to fuel whatever it is that my goals are. I'm afraid of not being a good coach, not being able to give my challengers the time that they deserve. Not being able to manage everything because, life can get busy and you don't stop and take a minute. I mean, it just flies by. Most importantly, I was afraid, this is something I'm working on personally, of what people would think of me and of being judged. I'm not a fitness model. I'm not a personal trainer. I'm not a nutrition expert. So, who is this person to give advice on fitness and to be a coach and to provide this information to other people? My turning point was actually April. So it was month 2 of Success Starters, and I hit the last day of April with SC0. And that was like, oh my God. And a part of it was I did it to myself because I got SC14 my first month. And then I was like, that's awesome. And I kind of rode the wave. And I kind of I put it off for a couple weeks. And then halfway through the month, I'm like, wow, I haven't really talked to anyone. So I started making conversations and I had trouble. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to make Success Club this month. And the last day of April came and I woke up that morning at SC0. And I ended that last day with SC6 at like 11:45 that night or something crazy. And that day is really the day that I sort of faced my fear of, what will people think of me? Because I decided, it was more important for me to try to get Success Club than what others would think of me. So I messaged every person possible and I started new conversations and I decided, I'm just going to go for it. Because I realized that the fear is in my head. And even if people do judge me or criticize me, who cares? I mean, honestly, that's their insecurity. That's not mine. And personally, my new goal, after I sort of realized this, is each week, I call it Face Your Fears Friday. And every Friday, I will post a picture of facing a new fear of mine. Because, I think that when you face your fears, it no longer has the power over you. You will find yourself when you step out of your comfort zone and realize things about yourself that you never knew. And honestly, so in this business, the fear of reaching out to people, but what's the worst that can happen? They say no. They're not interested. Honestly, I have learned that is their loss because of seeing what this business can do both for your health and just, financially and freedom and how much it can help you. And each person individually can help them different ways, but how much it has to offer. If they're not interested, that's their loss because that's, money that they could have made or that's improvement in their health that they could have had. And if I don't offer that to them, then I'm doing them a disservice. But if they're not interested, then they're not interested. And, you move on to the next person. But what's the best that can happen? I can say personally that there are multiple people that I was afraid to reach out to. And I decided, okay, I'm going to. And I have a couple new friends that I never would have had if I hadn't faced that fear and decided to reach out. So, you face that and you may find a new friend or a new challenger or even a new coach. Someone to work their business with, someone to become close with. And, I think that's very important. And it takes a while to get that mentality, and I'm still working on it. 3.5 months in, I'm still working on it. And I'm sure 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, people are still working on it because that's human nature, to have that fear of others judging you. It's hard to ask everyone, but I'm sure anyone ever had that night where, you slept 8 hours, but you woke up and you're still tired. And you got sleep, but you didn't get rest. And I can tell you personally, my head is always going. My mind never stops. There are nights where I will lay there for hours and I can't sleep. And I think a lot of that is fear, or thinking about all the things that you have to do, or the things that you could be doing. And with fear, we're afraid because we have to step out of our comfort zone, especially in this business, reaching out to new people, and, showing your insecurities, especially transformation pictures. I mean, that was incredibly difficult to post that. And I know anyone who has, incredibly difficult to post, to show yourself at one of your weakest points. So we don't have security. It's not comfortable. And there's no guarantee in this business. There's no guarantee that someone will say yes. There's no guarantee that you'll succeed. It really is up to you and facing those fears. And one thing that I've been told before that really resonated with me is that most people fail in life, and it's not because they aim too high and they miss. It's because they aim too low and they hit. And many don't aim at all. So basically, you can either live your dreams or you can live your fears. And instead of asking on this call, what I'm going to do is afterward, I will post a comment on our page. And I want everyone to comment one fear of theirs that they want to face, something that they want to work on. It doesn't have to be something, that you will achieve tonight or tomorrow. It can be something that'll be, a 3-month goal or a 6-month or a 1-year goal, but something that, you realize it's a fear and you want to work on. Just like every week, I try and face a fear of mine. Ultimately, what we do and what we accomplish in life is only a fraction of what we possibly could. I mean, if we had, another chance to come back and do it all over, you would achieve twice as more. And I think that, what we're doing in this business is amazing. And we are achieving so much more than a lot of people are. One sort of, one thing I want everyone to do, and this is just be on your own time, is to think of 3 goals. So a personal goal, a business goal, and 1 social contribution. 3 things that you want to do personally, whether that be, fears or things that you want to work on. Definitely everyone should have a vision board. Something, have your goals written out. These are things that I want to achieve. These are fears that I want to work through. And I think that's really important, and something that helps me is seeing, these are the things that I want to achieve. And this is how I'm going to get there. These are the fears that I'm going to overcome to reach that point. Some ways to combat fear: personal development. And there's a reason that it's one of the 3 vital behaviors, because in this business, you do have to step out of your comfort zone. And personal development helps us do that. So books and audiobooks and trainings and seminars, and especially the national wake-up calls, because there are, if you go on iTunes, the Beachbody podcast, there are a ton of national wake-up calls about fears and conversations and stepping out of your comfort zone and just all of those things that, human nature, we have to work through. Reaching out to your coach, to your upline, friends, family, especially this team. Anytime you need help, post on the page. I mean, you see people all the time posting, anyone, can you help me with this? Can I have advice on this? That's what we're here for, to help each other with these fears and work through tough times. Meditation, if people are interested in that, that's something that I find really helps. Some days, I can tell you today is one of those days where maybe not so much fear, but just not having a good day. And, taking a minute, and especially breathing. So taking a second to be aware of your breath and breathing in for 7 seconds and out for 11 seconds. And you would be surprised how much it actually clears your head. I do that before every exam. I'll sit down and I'll take the first 2 minutes and I will slow my breathing and concentrate on that, because it really helps to clear your head. Positive thinking, and especially combating those negative thoughts. This is one thing that'll definitely take time, but every time you see yourself thinking, I can't do this, or, oh, this person isn't going to want to join, or who am I to be offering advice, or whatever it may be, immediately I want you to think, this is a negative thought. and I'm going to combat that because no, this is not true. And this is why it's not true. I can do this because X, Y, Z. I am capable because X, Y, Z. They will want to join because X, Y, Z. And you'll see over time when you take it and when you stop that negative thought right when it happens, you'll have those negative thoughts less and less. And that's something, that takes time, but I can tell you 100% it works. It's actually a tool that a lot of people use. So one of my personal fears is fear of time, fear of not being able to manage everything, fear of not being able to commit enough time to this business and therefore not being successful. So me personally, I'm my third professional year, so my 5th year of college. I'm a full-time student. I'm a pharmacy intern for Target. I'm a pharmacy intern for a clinic where we do medication reviews. I'm the president of a professional organization on campus. I'm an experiential education committee member. I'm a research assistant. I'm a peer mentor and a proctor and a student ambassador for the Office of Admissions. I volunteer every week at the Capital District Psychiatric Center in Albany for a couple hours each week to help the patients there. In addition, I volunteer for the Orange County Mental Health Association helpline, their suicide crisis hotline every week. So I'm on call for that every week. And in addition to that, friends and family and social life and fitness and finding time to work out and to eat healthy and to shower and to sleep. So that's sort of my everyday life. Those are the things that I'm involved with. And, it can be scary and it can be overwhelming to have so many things. And, everyone has different things on their plate. No, I can't say one person's life is harder than another because everyone has different challenges. That's where I'm at my life personally. I think that to fit it all in, you have to make time for what is important. You have to decide what is important to you. One of my biggest tricks or tools is planning out my time. So if you actually look on my Outlook, I have everything scheduled. I will schedule in my time to work out, to meal prep. I don't shower. I don't schedule in my time to shower. I'm not that crazy, but I will make sure, I put in that time for myself. This is the me time where I'm detached from the world and my responsibilities and taking this time for myself. Making sure to not overbook myself or overwork myself, because when you hit that point where you're just exhausted and you can't do anymore, then you're burnt out, and then you won't be successful at anything that you're doing in life. And most of all, making the most of the time that I have. In this business, it's definitely important to know what you can handle and not overextending yourself, and really being willing to give up the things you don't really need. Being willing to sacrifice. So personally, I've sacrificed or given up, rather. I wouldn't really call it a sacrifice. Like Netflix binges, not a huge sacrifice. They're not necessary. Or messing around on Facebook, or, sleeping less. Or maybe spending as much time with friends, or, not going to the gym this day, but instead, doing the 20-minute, 30-minute workout at home, or, finding ways to make the time that I need and fitting things in, and mostly the dedication and the faith that what you're doing is changing the lives of other people. I actually had someone who, this was after my first month as a coach, and one of my first challengers who signed up, she was someone who had been drinking soda every day since she was 7 years old, hated fruits and vegetables, was just not happy, was, miserable all the time. And she completed 21-day fix, and it was rough, especially the meal prepping, and the eating the fruits and vegetables and not drinking soda. And there were days where she was like, I can't do this. And every day we talked and we planned it out. And I helped her push through those, those challenges, those bumps. And we got to the end, and I have the message saved and I'll never forget it, because she said, you know, you helped me change my life. And my parents are like, who is this person? Who is this person who's eating fruits and vegetables and enjoys it? And she said to me, you know, you were right that meal prepping no longer feels like a chore. It's something I enjoy. It's something that's part of my life now, you know, that I don't mind doing, and I'm happy to do it. And I think, I don't remember how many pounds she lost, but just her overall health and her well-being completely changed. And that's something that, you know, yes, I may have lost some time sleeping, or I may have lost some pointless time on Facebook scrolling through the news feed, which, you know, you can waste hours on there and not even realize it. And instead I help someone change their life. So, you know, the days where you might be scared to reach out to people, or the days that you're like, oh, you know, I don't want to do this, or, you know, I'm tired, I want to sleep, or I don't want to give up this. Those are the days, you know, that you have to sort of work through those fears and reach out to your coach to help motivate you, or do personal development. And remember that what we're doing is helping to change the lives of others. It's, you know, it's unlike anything else, and it's an incredible feeling that you can help someone else in that way. And just being dedicated and knowing what you can handle and that you're making a difference. So that's kind of my two big topics for tonight. Ooh, look, and I was under time. It's not bad. Joan, what should I do? Should I open it up to maybe people can see their fears?
Open it up to questions, maybe?
Questions? Anything?
And if you want to unshare your screen, we can make it so we can see everybody. Look at that.
There's
Hello,
everybody.
Unshared.
Any questions? Any struggles? Any concerns? Any thoughts?
Anything?
Any fears you want to share?
Mara, when you woke up that morning and you were like, shoot, I'm at SC0, what were the things that, like, what were, like, the major things that you thought to yourself to get you to change your mindset? Like, what did you do? Did you meditate? Did you read a book? Just for people that, you know, maybe in that circumstance, I think that would really help, like, the exact thought process that you went through.
So first what flashed through my mind is, oh my God, it's my second month and I'm totally letting myself down. I'm letting my coach down. Like, how can I not make Success Club my second month of the business? So that was sort of a wake-up call for me. And with that, I definitely took some time. There's a couple books. Gabby is amazing. Her books are awesome. And, you know, just taking some time to sort of actually talk to myself and be like, you know what, I'm not letting the fear of being afraid to message someone or afraid of getting a no stop me. And I started more conversations that day than I think I have any day. You know, I probably had 20 conversations going at a time. Like, it was crazy. And I sacrificed, I'll be honest, I sacrificed my classes that day. I sacrificed studying. I kind of just hid myself in the room. And I made it happen because I decided that I wasn't going to let a no stop me. I wasn't going to let the fear of someone judging me stopping me. And I was going to make it happen because I wanted it to happen, and it was going to happen.
I love that.
So,
you know, it's really similar. Is the first year I was in the business. Well, yeah. So March 2014.
Mm-hmm.
So I had been a coach for November, December,
4 months.
for 4 months. Was it 4 months?
4 months. 8 months.
Whatever it was. Anyways, we were in month 3 basically of the year, and I had said that I wanted to be an SE, all-star. So I had just set my sights on 5 Success Club points. And at that point, Chris had given Ryan and I a free trip on the cruise, and I made my 5 points before we went. And we're all sitting on the beach, and Dennis leaves the beach for a little bit to go upstairs at the hotel that we were staying at before we go on the cruise, because he's like, shit, I'm not in Success Club yet. I got to go work for a little bit. And I was like, whatever, man. I made my 5 points before I came here. And then I was like, you know what? January and February I made SE 10. I should really make SE 10. It didn't work at all while I was there, but when I got back, it was the last day of the month, and I walked in this house, and I was like, I'm making SE 10. And I did the same exact thing Mara did. I just reached out to as many freaking people as I possibly can, and I made it happen. I had SE 10. And from there, it was like, well, you can do it anytime. I mean, like, if you can make 5 points in one day, there's been times where I've made 10 points in one day. But, like, you know, you realize that it's only as hard as you're making it. Like, if you bust past that fear and you put that work in, you can make anything happen. It really literally is up to you. It's not up to anybody else. So you just keep going until you find those people. And I made it my mission to do so, and I did. And Mara made it her mission to do so, and she did. So that's really what it just takes, is a decision and being serious about it.
Very true.
And now I've had SC10 or higher for
A long
I
time.
don't know, a long time.
18 months. Mhm.
You know, here's some. Oh, I was going to share it from my phone. Let me go see if I can look it up. But Christina Delgado shared something on the wall the other day. She asked folks if they could share with everyone their income. You know, the folks that were making Success Club 5 or higher, and the folks that are making Success Club 10 or higher, if they could share their income so that she could share with her team how important it is to be making Success Club and how that really does change, you know, your success in this business and what you can be making. And let me just find the post real quick, because there's a percentage increase that is ridiculous, and I want to make sure that I quote it correctly. And of course, my computer is going to be slow.
Just spinning wheel of death.
Mhm. Sorry, guys. Give me one sec. Honestly, it'll be all worth it. It's gonna be worth the wait.
It's gonna be legend. Wait for it.
Dairy.
Dairy.
Does anyone have a fear that they want to share, something that they want to work on while we're waiting for Joan? Who is a fear that they know and that something that they want to change, that they want to work on?
I'll be honest. I have a fear of leaving my job and going full time to Beachbody.
I have a fear of him not.
Sometimes I get a fear of like leading people. I don't think that I'm going to be as good of a leader as I, you know, have the people that have preceded me. I guess you could say.
That's a good one, Kat.
You know, I don't think Jess is on the call right now, but Jess Langella, I know that that's one of her fears too. Is she on here? No, she's working. But that's one of her fears too, is not being a good enough leader and having those little moments where, like, all of a sudden, that was the worst smelling burp ever. So much so that, like, if something happens, you know, she'll step back and not go for it. And what you have to realize is that as much as you're a leader and a mentor in this business, your job is to lead by example. Your job is to do the things that you want other people to do on a daily basis. Your job is to be successful and to make Success Club. Your job is to, you know, be doing your personal development, to be doing your workouts, to be proof of the product, to be posting helpful things, creating, you know, systems that are duplicatable, or using a duplicatable system and passing that down to your coaches. Your job is not to drag somebody along with you. Your job is not to make somebody successful. Like, ultimately, you do have to realize that it is their business. Like, you know, and I didn't leave it up to anybody to be successful in this business. I didn't wait for Chris to like, you know, put coaches under me or to do something for me. I didn't wait for anybody. I just kept going on my own. And of course I asked him questions along the way, but the squeaky wheel gets the grease, you know, like as a coach, you have to take responsibility and realize that your coach is a busy person. So if you need questions answered, you need to be asking them. If you need help, you need to be asking for it. If you need to know what a system is to do something, you need to ask for it because it's your business, and the ultimate like success or failure is on you. And so as a coach, as long as you're doing those things and being there for your team, you're not failing. Why can't I find this post? It's going to drive me nuts. It's going to drive me bonkers, so I'm just going to make it up. So basically, I think that they said that those who make Success Club 10 every month make 60% more money than those who make SC5 every month.
I think that's what it was.
60%.
Yeah, it was either 60 or 70, something like that.
And those who make SC5 or higher every month in this business are known to be making a six-figure income within 2 to 3 years. Every single one of them. So just think, if you're making Success Club 10 or higher, it's probably going to be much quicker than that. And when you're in those six-figure ranges, it's probably going to be a lot higher than that person who got to the six-figure range within 3 years making SE5.
Right.
Make sense?
That makes me smile.
I'm a weirdo. Just sitting down there like,
Did you see me cheesing over here? I'm like,
yeah, I was like, what is she smiling at?
because you're talking about six figures. That's exciting. Shut up, and you guys were all lying if you aren't smiling for the same damn reason. Just kidding. Kidding myself.
Well, I've made SC10 or higher every single month. I think when I looked back last year, I averaged 8 coaches a month. And so I've been working the business for 18 months, and I'll tell you that I'm already there. Like, I'm already there. So, like I said, make SC10, you'll get there a lot faster. If money motivates you. If anybody on this call would like to make money, I suggest.
I decree.
All right. If there aren't any other questions, it has been 30 minutes, and I'm going to kill the recording and stop this call. San bueno?
Thanks, Mary. You're awesome.
Hey, and it's not official yet because obviously I have to wait for Thursday, but Amanda over here is going diamond. She's got all of her people.
Nice job.
Congrats.
Pretty badass. Pretty badass. There's a really cool t-shirt. You all should go diamond this month. Just do it.
Yeah, for the t-shirt alone.
Like, everybody on here, just go diamond. It's fun. All right, I'm being a dork now, which means it's time to get off. All right.